Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to check today's video out. And we're going to be talking about the outrage that I saw expressed yesterday at the Table Rock BFL tournament from co-anglers completely trashing Livescope and forward-facing sonar. This is one of the big reasons that the participation is down. And guys, I had a conversation probably with about a dozen anglers yesterday at that tournament, co-anglers. And I want to share with you guys what I'm hearing from the co-anglers regarding forward-facing sonar. So we're going to get into that in today's video. Also, guys, real quick reminder, you guys may have heard me talking earlier this year. I've been shopping for a rain suit. Mine was completely trashed and wore out, and I spent a bunch of time doing my due diligence and looking for them. And I finally settled on the Sims Prodry rainwear. I got this at Tackle Warehouse. Guys, this Sims Prodry, this is the best rain suit I've ever had in my life. It's like it's the only rain suit that keeps me dry everywhere. I always got wet in my crotch. I always got wet on my forearms and wrists. Guys, this Sims Prodry, if you're looking for a rain suit, you will not regret it. Like I said, I got mine at Tackle Warehouse. I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description for the Prodry rain suit if you guys are looking for one. It's just like, it's worth the investment as far as not getting wet fishing. So just wanted to pass that along to you guys. Okay, a little sleepy this morning, guys. I have been getting up super early all week, and this morning I slept in. Yesterday, the day before the tournament, the Table Rock tournament yesterday, one of those nights I couldn't get to sleep, so I wound up probably sleeping for an hour. So I slept in till like 9:30 this morning, so probably a little sleepy looking. But anyway, guys, I want to share with you some of the conversations and experiences I had yesterday at the BFL tournament at Table Rock down there regarding the co-angler's attitude on forward-facing sonar. Now, one of the things about this is that we all know participation is down across the board in tournaments. It's like, I think the Toyota Series tournament at Rayburn last week had 98 anglers. This tournament I fished here, the BFL at Table Rock, it had just a little over 100. And normally, out of all the years I fished BFLs and Redmans and all that type of stuff, that's the lowest number of people I have ever seen in a BFL tournament for the first tournament of the year. It's usually 150, 200. Now, I know there's a lot of reasons. I mean, everybody's uncertain about the economy. The economy's struggling now. Egg prices are shooting up. Gas prices are shooting up. Everybody is got a lot of anxiety about these tariffs, how it's going to jack prices up. So I know the economy has some part of it, but that's not everything, guys, because after I had this talk, I got a pretty clear picture of what's going on. Now, first of all, one of the things about this is you guys know that I do, excuse me, a lot of anti-Livescope videos. I get a lot of heat for that. I get a lot of people call me an idiot and fool and grandpa, hang it up, all that type of stuff. So I'm always like curious when I go to these tournaments that people are going to, come up to me and express that. And I've never had anyone do it, guys. I have never had such a outreach and a support of appreciation for, sort of leading this charge against forward-facing sonar and Livescope as I did at the Table Rock tournament. Guys, I had a ton of people come up to me and basically say, Randy, on board with you, I really appreciate what you're doing. Livescope sucks. Guys, I had probably over a dozen co-anglers come up to me that. I had a great experience with my co-angler. My co-angler was a young angler. He was probably in his early 20s. And the whole time we fished together, he was saying about how he was so happy to draw me because we weren't going to be live scoping out in the middle of the lake. He loved shallow water fishing. He was super excited about it. We had a great time together, and it made my heart feel so good to see a young angler that was adamantly against forward-facing sonar. And I had several of them like that. I had several anglers, guys, that looked like they were in college or high school, come up to me and say they didn't want it, they hate it, they can't stand forward-facing sonar, it screws them in tournaments. I saw more of a support for the anti-forward-facing sonar movement at the Table Rock tournament than I had in any event that I've been to. And this is only going to grow because what you're having is, from a co-angler standpoint, it's like, yeah, there's two different sets of thought here. Number one is if you're fishing the bank, as a co-angler, and you got somebody that's tight to the bank paralleling it, yeah, it limits your options. But like yesterday, what I did for the co-angler that I was with, I was fishing the bank really tight. And I said, just throw straight out behind the boat And if you get hung up, I'll go back and get it. I said, but you're going to get the same angle. I said, I'm throwing down the bank in the front. You're throwing down the bank at the same angle I am down the back. And he wound up, he caught a nice keeper, finished decent in the tournament. He caught quite a few short fish. We had a great time together. These guys do not want to be stuck out in the middle of the lake while some guy's weenie worming around for, 2 fish he can see out swimming over 100 foot of water. And I don't understand. It's like Bassmaster, MLF, everybody, like the old Bassmaster doesn't have co-anglers anymore, but the whole thing about that, as far as the MLF tournaments, as far as the BFLs, Toyota Series, we've seen people have spoken loud and clear that they do not want it as co-anglers, and they're showing their frustration and they're expressing that particular outrage by not fishing the tournaments. That's why tournament participation is tanking right now across any type of tournament organization that has co-anglers and forward-facing sonar. So I don't think that a lot of people realize that what the movement has done here over the past probably 6 months or so. There was a period last year where I was getting frustrated because I could see a lot of apathy amongst the anglers. It's like pro anglers and co-anglers both. They were basically just saying, that's just the way it is. That's just the future. You can't stop progress. You can't stop technology. But guys, I'm telling you something right now. The last 6 months, we have seen a change. There's a direction moving in the other direction where people are basically saying, we're sick of this crap. It's like, we do not want this. We do not want forward-facing sonar for everything that it does and takes away from the sport. It's like there's nothing inherently valuable about it. The only thing that people have to defend it, the only thing about it, and you guys can, Dale Verts on his Old School Bass Fishing channel did a video on this, talking about the only thing that people, can defend forward-facing sonar with. It's like, oh, I don't have a lot of time to practice, so it helps me find fish quicker. You're missing the point, man. That's not what fishing's about. Nobody owes anybody the ability to find fish quicker from artificial technology. Yeah, there's things that I pass along in my videos that will help you locate fish quicker from a primal, instinctual, intuitive level. But when you're relying on a piece of technology, an artificial, and I use the term umbilical cord all the time, to show you where the fish are at, that is not the same thing. Me trying to show you and teach you a shortcut as far as how to eliminate water, as far as how to read water, is not the same as you being able to look down at a forward-facing sonar unit and see a fish out there and cast to that fish. That's a completely different universe. That's like comparing a musket to a thermonuclear device. So one of the things I wanted to get across in this video here is I wanted to let everybody know that I really appreciate people getting it. People are finally starting to get it. We have seen a huge surge of pros coming out against forward-facing sonar over the past couple months. These pros were very hesitant in the past to do it, but they're fed up with it. And now this tournament at Table Rock, I could not believe how many people came up to me and how young these guys were. These were not old geezers like myself. These were some young dudes out there that looked like they were just out of college that hate it. They don't want it. They're finally getting it. They understand that they don't want a shortcut to success. It's like one of the things about life, doesn't matter what it is, it's like you're going to have a lot more satisfaction in life if you put in your time and you earn it and you earn the success that you have achieved. Forward-facing sonar is not earning anything. It's an illegitimate way of catching fish. If you catch fish using forward-facing sonar, and if you were one of the probably every dude that fished this Table Rock BFL tournament yesterday and made a check using forward-facing sonar, don't be patting yourself on the back. It's not anything to be proud of. That is an artificial link to success. And people are not stupid. They realize what that is, and they're starting to come out against it. And for me to see 8 or 10 or whatever, 12 people out there come up to me as I'm walking up and down the ramp to weigh my fish in, that just saw me walking, and to express their support for the movement here, it melts so much to me. Thank you very much if you're one of the people that did that. I really appreciate that support. And we're seeing people starting to get on the good side of the fight here. So it's like we got knocked down last year. People were saying, "Oh, Randy, give it up. It's the technology. Your old geezer, grandpa, give it up. It's not your days past you. You can't catch fish anymore. Hang it up." Those days are past, guys. People were turning a corner here, and I saw the corner turned at the Table Rock tournament. We've seen the corner turned with tanking participation in the tournaments. It's going to continue in that direction. MLF, Bassmaster, every tournament out the organization, you better get your head out of your butt and you better listen to what's going on here, because your participation and the enthusiasm and the support for your organization, the support for your sponsors, the overall image of your organization is tanking because you will not get rid of forward-facing sonar. It's easy. All you have to do, you can do it right now. You don't have to wait till 2026. All you have to do is write something in the rules. Due to extenuating circumstances and consideration, we've decided to ban forward-facing sonar completely from our tournaments for the remainder of the season and moving forward in the organization. It's not difficult to do. You do that and you see the enthusiasm return. You see the participation return. You see co-angler enthusiasm return. You see the bass anglers in general, even if you're a Livescope addict, if you take away that addiction and you start focusing your talents and use those talents. You're talented guys. All you dudes out there that make checks using the cheater box, you don't need it. You're talented enough to learn traditional bass fishing techniques. And once you do that, it's going to be so much more rewarding to you. It's going to be such a better world in fishing. It's going to be like, breaking a smoking habit or, getting off drugs or something like that. It's going to better your life in every single way. So anyway, guys, just wanted to relay that to you. Hope everybody's well. We'll talk later.